Taurus, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I want to take this time to thank you guys for all your love and support of last week's video. You had an exceptional turnout, and I just want to say you are in my prayers, and thank you so much. You are just blessings. Taurus, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'm going to start with the astrology and then move into the cards. There's always an extended reading that I provide for you, so join me for the additional message. The link is below, or you can join my Unbound membership and get unlimited access to all the extended readings and all the membership perks for this channel. So I hope you'll consider that. Taurus videos come out every single Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. And if you'd like to join me, I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation. I will attach the link above. And that's where I do daily live tarot card readings. It's a general reading for everybody. And we have a good time over there. So I hope you'll join me. The astrology is, let me tell you something, you lived through the worst of it. You really, really did. And what has to come now is what comes after living through the worst of it, which is self-judgment. Like, what could I have done better? Why don't people think I'm good enough? All the kind of self-doubt that could come up. Venus is blissfully unaspected in the beginning of this week for you, but then over the weekend, it gets hairy. So we have, I believe it's a semi-square to Neptune, which is when you can get disillusioned, either become aware of how you were disillusioned, or that you will let your fantasies get in the way of reality, or that somehow you're not seeing things clearly, but you're seeing them based on like fantasy or a dream world. This is also a time when there will be clashes between your ideals and what you see in reality. And then we also have, I think it's a square to the moon when the moon is in Leo. And when the moon is in Leo, it's quite centered on how am I being treated? Are people giving me enough attention? What kind of attention? What kind of attention are they giving me? So in other words, that clash, that challenge then to Venus would be, do I feel like people are paying enough attention to me? Do I feel like people are appreciating me? Have people treated me well? All of this is sort of coming up and in your face, and stuff that you're going to have to deal with over this weekend. If you're in a relationship, I'll tell you, it will impact the relationship because you're in the relationship, and it may skew how you see things, and you may not be seeing things clearly. So this is really not a great time to make decisions about your spouse or about the person that you're with. You could have a lot of conflicts if you're feeling over this weekend kind of super sensitive about, am I working hard enough? Why do I still have this like barrel roll on the side of my belly? Like being really almost self-deprecating in your thoughts towards yourself, and especially like how you look. You could feel like you're just not good enough, or maybe I'm not attractive enough, constantly comparing yourself to others. This isn't paranoia. This is like dealing with being self-conscious and all of those things that maybe still irritate you. That square with the moon in Leo is not going to last very long. It's just going to be it's going to be a tough weekend. It's actually going to be a tough weekend for everybody because there's a grand cross in the sky. That means there's a whole shit ton of squares when that moon goes into Leo. So everybody's basically, this isn't the most social time. This isn't the greatest time to connect with other people. It's not a great time to meet new people. It's not the best time to be social. This is definitely a time for you, especially, to keep your pocketbook sealed. Don't go overspending. Keep yourself inside. Do the small things. Ground yourself. This is a great weekend to spend some time in nature, spend some time in your garden, spend some time sitting out in the sun just in your backyard, spend some time just sort of like, maybe just whatever self-care it is for you. This would be the best way to spend this weekend. Not a highly social weekend. Not really wonderful time for that. If you are in a romantic relationship, this could, you'll bat heads, because of insecurities, either because of their insecurities or your insecurities. There will be like a grind on the relationship now. So for relationships that were already on the rocks, this is going to be really difficult time, and it's just going to exacerbate more this isn't working. But at least then that will be very clear. For long-term strong relationships, you're going to be able to get through this. You know, the more that you love each other, the more that you'll be able to support each other through this time. So it could even make you guys stronger. But just be aware that this is definitely time. Go see a movie, man. Do things like, oh, if you've seen Top Gun, is amazing. Go see it. It's just a barrel ride of fun, man. It's exhilarating. So I'm saying you can get lost in that, you know, and you don't have to talk to people, but you can still be around people. This isn't an extremely social time. It doesn't mean you can't go out, but it's not a good time to meet new people. And like I said, movies are perfect because you can get out of your house, you can do something, but it's also, you could be taken away to another world for a while, and, you know, kind of like get out of your own head. That might help a little bit. Some kind of escapism could really help, as long as it doesn't like twist you and make you start thinking about yourself or being suspicious about, like, don't go there, because it's going to pass really quickly. This stuff really is not, it's not going to be, it's this, Taurus, this will pass. And we're going into quite a nice period where the astrology really smooths out. So just get through this weekend. Mercury is going direct. By the end of next week, it's going to be, you know, things are going to be picking up. They're going to be making sense again. You're going to be able to communicate well again. And Venus is still home. So there's a strength there. There's an ability to be able to get comfort even in the discomfort. Not with the discomfort, but find comfort even in challenging times. And these challenging times, they're passing. They're fleeting. This is moodiness. A lot of this has to do with Neptune and the moon. So this is moodiness. It's not necessarily... It's not like a tower moment or a full-on explosion or anything. Let's get into the cards. Well, the cards say good news. I like that. I'll take it. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless, and this is your energy. And this is the energy, Taurus energy of here and now, right? Really being prized, really being valued, having your value celebrated, or feeling, let's put it this way, celebrating the value that is already yours. That's the way to really use this energy right now. Because what do you already have? The resources you already have. What are those resources? Really taking stock of them, and by taking stock, doing that inventory, realizing that there is so much. This is also, miracles are endless. There's some sort of miracle coming into your life. We're going to get into it. We have set healthy boundaries. This is something that you have been working on, something that's very important, not like healthy boundaries. So a healthy boundary is an appropriate boundary. You know, you don't always need the Great Wall of China. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't need any boundary at all. You just keep that shit open. Sometimes you just need a picket fence. Sometimes you need a barbed wire fence. You know, what kind of boundary do you have to set? That's setting healthy boundaries is knowing the appropriate boundary for the appropriate person or appropriate situation. So this is something that you have been working on. Also dealing with maybe self-esteem. This could be something that you have been. Don't overextend yourself, and don't let somebody, I gotta tell you, don't let somebody manipulate your pride, because you will be vulnerable, especially over the weekend, and somebody will try to this person is nefarious, don't trust them. And they will try to manipulate your pride. I don't know who it's coming from, but you'll be able to feel it. You won't necessarily be able to understand it or hear it, but you'll get a vibration of just, okay, I'm not comfortable in this person's presence, and I don't trust what they're doing right here. And honestly, Taurus, you need to listen to that. That's very important. We have watch and wait. So this is Piscean energy, patience and diligence, and seeing maybe if a person is respecting your boundaries, or you're like the jury is out kind of thing. Like, let's see what boundaries people have set. Let's see how far I can push people. That kind of thing. Let's see how far this person pushes me. You know, there was something sort of in deliberation. It's almost like you were trying to figure out your situation and how far should I let this go? That kind of thing. Overcome any obstacle. Let me say, this is weird, but there's so many cards that are Taurus energy that are coming out in this reading. So this reading is definitely very personal and about something that that is deeply impacting you right now. It will definitely be conscious. You will know it exactly as soon as I said it. Overcome any obstacle. You're getting through this. So there was answers given or decisions made. You were finally able to get through that. Yeah, you were able to get through that with a lot of strength. There's a lot of change here because there's a lot of fives and threes. So it's destined change. This was something that you didn't have a choice in. It's something that came to you to make you change because the universe wanted you to change. It saw that you kind of needed to be redirected a little bit. Also a sense of enforcing, or it's like whatever you were deliberating on, in terms of how somebody is treating you or a boundary that was being set, you'll make the decision. Or there was an obstacle, like legitimately something in your way. You didn't really know how to handle it. The information is going to come in so that you'll know how to figure it out and how to get through it. Or it's just come in. And then we have be loyal to what you love. This is family, friends. This is Cancerian energy. This could be going home, visiting home, taking care of somebody, setting up care for somebody so that you can be part of the healing and nurturing process for somebody, or they're doing it for you. The nurturing of somebody in your family. This would be prioritizing family, or realizing that you have to set some new boundaries within your family. I don't know if there's somebody on the outside that's coming in that's sort of new and you don't know what to make of it, but this is you readjusting so that, you want to make fair boundaries, but you want to make clear boundaries. And then we have give with gratitude and grace. So being very generous, putting your whole self into something, not expecting anything out. Maybe being too generous. This could be a situation of you might want to watch this, like don't give away too much. But you also could be having a dinner or could be having a get together. And that's when all this stuff could come out. You could be having a family dinner, family get together, realizing that they're maybe, I don't know, you could be taking a new step even in your relationship, of introducing somebody new to your family type of thing as well. Okay, all right. This is actually good momentum. We have trust in divine detours. There's an unexpected thing or event that's going to come to you that you're just going to have to roll with the punches. I'll get deeper into that. I'm going to go further into that. This is Sagittarius energy though. So it could have something to do with traveling, foreign travel, or something that you didn't expect to do, but you will trust it. You're never going to be able to, you're just never going to be able to move yourself that quickly. So it's like, let the universe move you. This is also a pretty foxy, okay. This is really interesting. You have the dog, you have the turkey, and then you have the coyote. This is the hunt. Maybe you were lucky, or somebody was lucky because they have enough resources to rebound from. But ultimately, this is definitely dogging something or hunting something. You might get bad news or some sort of what you might perceive as betrayal when it comes to a cause that you had committed yourself to, or it may not be betrayal. You may have to pull out of it. Just because you have other people to take care of. Like that's fair. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. So this is more about looking to your future than to your past. There's stuff in your past that you want to just let die. And I think the healthiest solution is to let that be. No sort of stop. Don't look for retribution. There's nothing in the past for you, but a tether that's holding you back. So ultimately you want to allow your future, you want to allow yourself to look forward. This is also Sagittarius energy. You're being asked to push forward. You're being asked to relinquish your, death grip on whatever happened in the past. This is really the only way that you can head now. The universe wanted that for you. It wanted to sort of push you out of looking backward. Dream the world into being. I feel like you're finally getting answers. Like this is like the aha moment for all the stuff that you didn't know how to handle. You're starting to see little tidbits of clarity. And then we have let it shine. So let your voice shine, speaking out. Scorpionic energy. This is Scorpio. This is rising from the ashes, getting a second chance, being able to tell the world, speak, say something about. It's almost like you're making a statement about the future. It's also, you're trying to shine the light on something. And then we have act as if. This is a chameleon. So somebody is faking here. Somebody is definitely faking. I don't know if it's you. It's almost like, I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but you can almost tell like somebody's just being too pompous or making themselves appear like they're bigger than they are. Maybe somebody is trying too hard, and this is going to become very obvious, right? It's like revealing the self by what you say. Somebody is about to reveal themselves through what they say. And you'll know very clearly if they're a part of your future or not. Or there will be a revealing moment in conversation with somebody that lets you know where you stand with them. Be very clear. Let's go into trust and divine detours. What is this? What is this divine detour? Something happened recently, probably today, tomorrow, that you did not expect. Something took a turn, and you really just have to it's a revelation. I don't think you expected something from somebody. You didn't expect them to really be like that or really come off that way, but that's the big reveal. It's like somebody's true personality has been revealed. Or somebody's acting like they're bigger than they are. We have past lives, so I feel like, okay, I'm going to read this. This is a new deck. I love this deck, but it's still new for me, so hold on. We have 6. This definitely has to do with Venus energy. Past lives, Venus energy could be past love affairs, and then we have, or from your life, it's like past lovers are catching up to you. And that doesn't mean that they're coming out of the woodwork. It just means the emotions are coming out. And ultimately, you're starting to realize there's a connection between what you had in the past and who you have now or who you're stuck with. That could be. Winged messengers. These messages are coming direct from spirit. Watch for birds, because it's going to be written with the birds. The birds will deliver you different messages. Let me go through them quickly. Cardinal tells you that you have to focus on your center yourself, your spirituality, focus on your own health. Cardinal, as in your body. Cardinal energy, starting to take care of yourself, purify yourself, and also develop more religious or more faith. That's also it. We have, I don't know what the hell that is, Blue Jay. Blue Jay is about, taking action, being aggressive, and protecting one's family. Hummingbirds is about being in the present moment and seeing the little joys in life. We have Eagle, which is connection to spirit or seeing through that aerial perspective. You have Owl here, which is all about wisdom, all about the deeper knowing, all about clarity in a situation, and basically the only way forward now. You're getting all of these messages through the air, through these avian, these birds. I feel like you're going to have remembrances, these messages are coming to you about remembrances, about like triggering your memory. These birds are also like adaptations of people from your past life, past loves coming to visit you. It's almost like ghosts of Christmas past. You have to relive all of that in order to be able to get over all of that, and you're going to be reminded of all this stuff. So this could be a very emotional weekend, which makes sense with the emotional week, which makes sense with the astrology and how your Venus is constantly squaring to the moon, and that's going to impact you really personally. And then we have Nibiru Federation. This talks about making decisions, or almost like taking counsel or having authority figures kind of press down on you, and you have to live within the rules anyway, which is usually not tough. Or you're going into meetings and you're starting to plan things out in terms of meetings. Like, it's almost like you're gathering. There's a gathering of the minds. You're pulling out all the stops. You could be trying to just figure all this stuff out. 6 is interesting because it is Venus energy. Which is you. It's your ruling dignitary. It's almost like I keep hearing it. This is like the ghosts of Christmas pasts, starting to see ex-lovers, or it could be weird. It's almost like, and that happens when Mercury goes out of retrograde. It's like you get the tail end whip. So a lot of ex. And yes, you could be in a very happy relationship right now, but it's almost like a lot of people from your past are making visits, re-emerging, coming back. Maybe they are coming out of the woodwork, dropping little comments, dropping little messages. All of this is like serendipitous, and you've got to get through it. You've got to get through it in order to move on from it. Let me go into tarot. I'm also going to read you deeper into these cards. In the extended, guys. I hope to see you there.